Welcome to GNOMEBALL, the rawest, bloodiest and most gruesome sport in all of Gillinor. A brutal ballet of chaos where you throw, tackle and pommel your way to victory with no regards for safety, sanity or sportsmanship. In this game there are no rules, only survival. The ball is your weapon, the field is your battlefield, and the crowd demands carnage. Watch as tiny warriors launch themselves into bone-crushing collisions. Bodies flying, teeth rattling, and limbs bending in ways they were never meant to. If you blink, you miss the massacre. If you hesitate, you are trampled. Let's play GNOMEBALL!
Okay, it wasn't actually that dramatic. I just trained my range from level 1 to level 5 because I didn't want to commit a permanent inventory slot to bronze knives and rather skip straight to steel knives. And yes, every item I pick up is permanently locked to my inventory. Welcome to Xtreme UIM, the game mode where every item you pick up is permanent. This account will ever touch a total of 28 items over the course of its whole lifetime. One inventory, no do-overs. Is it possible to get a fire K with a fresh level 3 account without ever touching more than 28 items? Let's find out. So we ended last episode on a little bit of a sour note. I obviously am going to need protection prayers for the fire cape, and I was planning to train prayer with pest control as it doesn't use any inventory slots. But as it turns out, you can't actually do that at level 1. You need at least level 25 to start investing in the reward points into prayer XP. So I took a look at the wiki page for prayer XP sources, and believe me, there is basically no way to train prayer at level 1 without using at least one inventory slot. Bones, Bone Charge, Bone Crusher, Ash Sanctifier, Exoplasmator, Lamps, Quests all require at least one slot. So I'll just have to bite the bullet and dedicate one of my remaining 26 inventory slots for prayer training. Now, to be fair, there is one possible method that doesn't use extra inventory slots, but to best of my knowledge, it is impossible without getting protection prayers first. But just keep that in mind because we are going to face the same problem again with magic, because options to train magic at level 1 are equally limited. But as for prayer training, I think the easiest one will just be big bones in the wilderness boneyard. There are 6 different big bone spawns right here. There's one of them marked already right there. I guess I have these markers from a previous account. It's going to be slow, but I can just pick one of these up, bury them and repeat the process as many times as I need. So inventory slot number 3 will be dedicated to big bones. There we go. But now we have to be extra careful to never pick up 2 sets of bones. We always have to bury the first one before we pick up the next one. I guess we could also go to the chaos altar right here and use them there, but one at a time it's gonna be very slow. I think it's just gonna be much easier and faster to just bury them right here. So there's the first prayer XP on the account, and yeah, now we just have to be very careful to not accidentally use 2 slots for these because we are kinda already over our limits. The skeletons here are going to be a little bit annoying, like right there. I might just go and train my combats up a little bit so they become unaggressive, because I'm gonna take some hits here and I have to, you know, run around this place all the time, so it's not gonna be all that efficient if I'm constantly taking some damage. But here we go, level 2 prayer, only 41 or 42 more to go. Well, it actually has been a couple of days since the last clip. I got myself 51 combat, so I have 40 attack, 43 strength, 40 defense, 44 range and 24 prayer as well already. But as you can see, these skeletons are still aggressive, so I guess wilderness doesn't really care about combat levels. They should be unaggressive according to their combat level, but they are not. So we are going to do a little bit of a change of plans. I'm actually going to use another inventory slot right here, but it's going to be very useful in other scenarios as well. I'm going to get the looting bag. As most of you probably already know, UIMs rely on looting bags very heavily normally, so getting that extra 28 inventory slots is going to be very helpful, even though I can only use it in the wilderness and not for too many things because I can't take things out of there. It's still going to be very useful. There it is, inventory slot number 4 for the looting bag. 28 extra inventory slots, but obviously this is not going to be like another UIM. because I cannot take things out of the looting bag into my inventory. The looting bag is going to function completely normally here. I can put anything in there and they are not going to be permanent item slots or anything like that. But obviously, if I want to take anything out of the looting bag, it's going to go into my inventory and that's going to waste a permanent inventory slot. So this is not really going to help me in too many ways, but there's a couple of exceptions. One of them is big bones. As you can see, I can pick them up. They are going to go straight into the looting bag, and once I destroy it right here, they are going to drop onto the ground like this. So I can actually gather up a full looting bag of big bones, then destroy the bag at the chaos altar and bury the bones there one by one, which is going to make this a lot faster. And there's at least one more use case for the looting bag, but now that I destroyed it, I need to go and get another one. Something that gets a lot of use cases, however, is today's video sponsor, Surfshark. Surfshark isn't just any VPN, it's my go-to for unlocking blocked content. For example, I like sitcoms, but in Finland, Friends is available on one platform and How I Met Your Mother is on another platform. Why would I pay for multiple subscriptions when with just one click at Surfshark, I can watch both on Netflix, just swap the country? It's not just about streaming though. Surfshark protects your privacy with military-grade encryption, and you can use it on unlimited devices. Phone, computer, tablet, TV, all covered. With Surfshark One, you also get Surfshark Search, a search engine that prevents any tracking or personalized ads and offers organic search results unaffected by your previous searches. Oh, sorry, my bad. Did I say personalized ads? What I meant is you will never see any ads on Surfshark Search. And here's the best part. Surfshark has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it completely risk-free. Plus, if you use my exclusive link below, you'll get 4 extra months of VPN. So hit the link in the description or use the code on the screen at checkout to start your Surfshark journey today. Thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. Alright, there is the first full looting bag of big bones. There's 28 big bones in there. So now we are going to take this to the chaos altar. We are going to destroy the looting bag there and offer the bones to the altar one by one, which is going to speed this up massively. Here we go. Doesn't seem like there's anybody here, and as you might know, we are a UIM and this is a PK hotspot, so if we die we lose everything in our inventory. We don't keep any items at all, so let's hope that we don't get killed, but if we do, it's not going to be a big deal. But now we can destroy the looting bag, get one of the bones, use them on the altar, get another pair and use them, and so on and so on. It is an extremely helpful method. As you can see, the prayer XP is so much faster. You get basically 700% XP for each bone. So each bone is worth like 7 bones. So a full looting bag is like 7 looting bags worth of bones. So yeah, this is much faster and better. 26 prayer. Again, we have to be super careful picking up these bones. And that is the last of the bones. 27, almost 28 prayer already. So yeah, this is much faster than just picking up the bones and burying them. Now we just need to get another looting bag, fill that up, and yeah, do this again and again. It's kind of unfortunate that we can't use our inventory, otherwise this would be twice as fast, but yeah, this is at least a little bit faster, so I'm not complaining just yet. Well, my plugin went a little bit haywire because of the looting bag having open and closed states, and I had to make some pretty big changes, and believe me, I'm not a coder at all, but now it works pretty perfectly. There's just a few little bugs like coins being multiple different kind of items, so just so you know that if you see anything funny happening into inventory or with the shadows or anything, it's because I made this 100% myself, and I suck at coding. But the premise is still the same, 1 inventory slot for every item, nothing has changed, just the plugin might be a little bit weird for a while before I work out all the kinks here. Wait a second, did that guy just take my big bones? How Rizzy, how did you just take my bones? Oh my god. How stingy are you people? Did you really steal my bones? You... I mean, it's not a big deal, but oh my god, you got to have some better bones than big bones to offer here. I mean, I've got you on camera, just so you know, Rizzy. First big milestone coming up right there. 37 prayer. You can now use prayer protect from magic. Our first protection prayer, 2 more to go, and we are done here. Well, unfortunately I did get PK'd, you can see there in the chat. I didn't get it on recording, but it was a level 45 PK at the chaos altar. I mean, I guess there are some people that are bringing like massive stacks of bones at a low level into the chaos altar, but yeah, he just PK'd me for my steel knives. Second big level 40 prayer, protect from missiles, also Westman cloaks and stuff like that, 53 combat, all sorts of stuff. But the protection prayers are the main thing. One more, protect from melee at 43 prayer. We should get that in a couple of more inventories. So it's going well. We just need to rebuild our cash and steel knife stack after this. And the last protection prayer, level 43 prayer, and protect from melee unlocked. This was a godsend of a method, this looting bag to destroying it on the chaos altar. This probably would have taken like at least 10-12 hours or something if I just went with the big bones. So yeah, this was absolutely massively helpful, but I think I'm actually going to get one more prayer level. I still have a lot of bones here and it's not that bad, and I really want the eagle eye prayer at level 44. It's going to be an offensive ranged prayer, which is going to be very useful for the fight caves. No way, dude, come on. Well, at least I don't have anything anymore, so this is kind of useless, but I guess a free trip to Lumbridge. Here we go. Thank you so much. And one more prayer, level 44 for the Eagle Eye prayer, plus 15% ranging accuracy and damage for the fight caves. Absolutely massive. We might get a couple of more levels at some point just for the prayer points, but for now this is going to be just fine. Let's move on to the next step of the plan. Now the prayer is sorted out, let's talk about gear. There's a perfect boss for me to kill that drops not one, but two pieces of best in slot gear for me. The Crazy Archaeologist drops the Amulet of Power at a reasonable rate of 1 in 18 and the Red D'hide Body at a rate of 1 in 32, so he's going to be my next target. There's just a slight little problem. He's basically immune to range and melee. So I am going to need magic for this, and ideally I would use Windbolt as it only requires a Staff of Air and Chaos Runes, but as with Prayer there is absolutely no way to train magic at level 1 without using an inventory slot. Which brings us to plan A. There is a plan B, which is kinda linked to plan A as well, but we'll talk more about that if plan A is deemed impossible. The plan is to kill Scurius for his spines, which can be used on any combat stat even at level 1 to give 5000 XP in that skill, bumping my magic level from 1 to 21 and conveniently skipping the need for mind runes altogether. I was planning to use a slot for the Scurius spine anyways to train range and prayer more effectively, so this essentially saves me one inventory slot. However, Scurius at level 44 range with steel knives might be a tad bit difficult, so that's where plan B is going to step in if I fail. But first I need to rebuild my cash stack and steel knives, and now with the looting bag I know just the method to do that. We are on an escort mission into the lava maze. I don't have a slash weapon so I can't get here myself, but luckily my main does. So here we go. The steel plate body is going to be our item slot number 5. The steel plate body itself is not all that useful. It might give me a little bit of defense in some situations, but it's mostly going to be used for building more cash. We can sell this for a lot of cash, one by one, into the bandit store in Wilderness. And there we have it, slot number 5 filled with a steel plate body. So this is going to be another looting bag situation. We're going to fill our looting bag with these and then sell them one by one to the bandit store in the Wilderness. Here we go, full looting bag of steel plate bodies. The plugin is doing some weird stuff, but don't mind that. Now we are going to need another escort mission out of here because I still don't have a slash weapon. Here we go. Let me just bring my main in so he doesn't die out there. There we go. So we are going to sell our steel plate bodies one by one to a Notarazzo. We'll go with that. This is actually a pretty good store to sell your stuff into. They buy for high alch value, which is 1.2k for the first steel plate body. Now, obviously I have to destroy the looting bag here and I cannot hop worlds after this or I'm gonna lose all of these. So I'm not going to get the full price for all of these, but let's sell all of them and see where we end up. So there we go, not too bad. 15.4k for 27 steel plate bodies. I'm gonna use one of these myself, maybe for the Scurius might be useful. Is it Scurius? Scurius, maybe. Anyways, let's get out of here and rebuild our steel knife stack as well. And that should do it. 1000 steel knives. Maybe, hopefully that will be enough. I probably should actually also train my range a little bit before I attempt Scurius. So yeah, let's go and do some range training first. 44 is definitely not going to cut it for the big old rat. And there we have a level of 50 range. Not too bad. That should give us a max hit of, I think, 7 with Eagle Eye on the steel knives. So That should be pretty good, but we are only at 260 steel knives left, so we do need to get some more money, some more steel knives, and after that we can actually do something with the Rat King, I think. So I did 2 more steel plate body runs for about 30,000 GP, used almost all of that for steel knives at Martin Thwaite's store, and got myself 53 range, which should give us a max hit of 8 at Scurrius with Eagle Eye. I also got 51 agility because I thought it would be good to use the sewer shortcut underneath Varrock, but to be honest, it is just completely shit, so never mind that. And now it is finally time for some Scurrius. Here we go. Now, Scurrius is actually a pretty easy boss. It is considered an entry-level boss that you can train for some higher level PvM stuff. For me, obviously, it's going to be quite difficult because he does have a decent defense level, steel knives are not that good, and I don't have any supplies, no food, no prayer potions, nothing, so this might be impossible, but we will see just how it goes. The plan is to just protect from all the prayers, try to flick prayers as much as I can, use the steel knives all the time, and hopefully we can get the kill. Okay, here comes the first wave of rats. Now I think these can actually hit you through prayer, which is not ideal for me, and I don't have basically any way to heal, so I really can't be taking, oh shit, any damage. No, not like this. I mean, okay, it's not a really great attempt anyway so far, so okay, yeah, there it goes. I think that might be the most difficult part of the fight. The rats are just so annoying and they can hit you through prayer and everything, so without supplies it's gonna be very difficult, but let's give it another shot. Well, I gave it another shot and it went as badly as the first one, so let's change up the plan just a little bit and try to get ourselves a little upgrade. These Berthorpe archers can drop the green D-High chaps at a rate of 1 in 21. They should be very easy to kill now that we have protection prayers, so we're just gonna flick here. Oh my, these are actually hitting really well. Nice, so this shouldn't take too much time at all, I think. And the green D-High chaps should be at least a little bit helpful in making me hit Scurrius more often and take a little bit less damage, hopefully. And there's basically no way for me to get any better chops anyways, so these are going to be a part of the fight cave setups anyways, so might as well get them right now. Oh, there we go. Green D-High chaps. Our inventory slot number 6 is going to be right there. Green D-High chaps are a permanent piece of a setup for the fight caves. Beautiful. Not the best pair of chaps by any means, but the best I can get without wasting any more inventory slots, I think, is going to be right here. And that was basically on money. 21 kills exactly. So yeah, thank you, Berthorpe archers. Now let's go back to Scurrius. Maybe these will make the difference and we can get ourselves a kill right there. I am back, Mr. Rat. Let's get ourselves a kill. Now the spine that we are looking for is, I think, 1 in 33, so even if we get 1 kill here, it's gonna be quite the challenge to get at least enough kills to get that 1 spine, but hopefully we can do this. Let's see. Okay, I mean, it's going really well at the moment. I have to be very mindful about the steel knives. I can't really afford to, oh shit, lose them. And I was just gonna say that I haven't taken any damage and then I miss a flick, but it's okay. We have basically almost full HP. We still have a lot of prayer points and it's going pretty well as long as he doesn't summon any rats. We should be completely fine here. Oh, speak of the devil, or of the rats, I guess. Let's just kill them as fast as we can. At least we can get a lot of range XP. You always max hit on these, which is a 15 max hit, so you get always 60 range XP for each rat, so that's not actually that bad range XP wise. Okay, I can do one thing here. If you didn't know, you can actually eat from the food piles here at Scurrius. As long as you are not getting attacked, we can maybe fit in and eat right here. At least when he starts walking back, we should be able to eat from the food pile and restore our health to full. Oh, come on. Yes, there we go. Full HP again. Now the fight has already taken like 5 minutes and we are basically no closer to killing him than at the start, so this might just be impossible with the raid he is healing himself with, but let's see. Oh Yeah, okay, I think it is time to give up. He is constantly hovering at 400 HP. We have been here for, I think, 7-8 minutes already. And yeah, we are just not doing enough DPS to get through that healing phase. Very unfortunate. That basically means that we can't kill Scurrius with this setup, at least with these range levels. So I either can get a lot of more range levels. Every max hit is like 7 levels, I think. So it's gonna be a lot of training. Or we can move on to plan B, which is exactly what we're going to do. Plan B, also killing Scurrius, but before that getting a massive weapon upgrade. Plan A was to kill Scurrius first and then get the gear upgrades, but we are shifting that around. Plan B is basically just Plan A but backwards. I'm going to go for the U shortbow and rune arrows, the best ranging setup I can think of getting. The rune arrows we can just buy from a shop, so that's not a big deal, but the U shortbow is a little bit trickier. You see, the only way we can really get one is from the skeleton brutes inside the ancient caverns located underneath the barbarian fishing spots. But to access the caverns, I need to complete the barbarian firemaking training, requiring a bow, a set of oak logs, aka 15 woodcutting, and 35 firemaking. It's going to be a heavy spend, an axe, a tinderbox, a shortbow, normal logs and oak logs just to access the caverns. But if I'm right, we might be able to cut at least one of these items off the list, and the U shortbow will absolutely be worth the inventory slots. Slots number 7 and 8, the bronze axe and the tinderbox. They are completely free from the woodcutting tutor, so there's no problem there, but they are going to be completely useless after we use them for the barbarian firemaking training. But this is basically the only way I can think of getting a decent bow for the fight caves, so it basically has to be done. Here we go, Mr. Woodcutting Tutor, can you teach me the basics of woodcutting and firemaking? There's the bronze axe, thank you. It's going to be absolutely useless after we are done with the firemaking training, but anyways, here we go. And there's the tinderbox as well. 2 inventory slots already used for the promise of a U shortbow in the future. Now we just need to find a way to train woodcutting and firemaking without actually using any more inventory slots. Firemaking at least is going to be very simple. Probably anybody who has done Wintertodt in the early days knows about this location. There are 4 sets of normal logs on top of the Lumbridge Casual. You can just use a tinderbox on these and they will light themselves. And you get some firemaking XP and you don't need to pick up the logs at all. Now woodcutting is gonna be a little bit trickier, but I think there should be a way to actually avoid using normal logs at all. There's level 2 firemaking. First, let's get all the way to 35, which we need for burning the oak logs, which is kind of weird. You only need 15 to normally burn them, but for some reason you need 35 to burn them with a bow. Yeah, anyways, let's get 35 firemaking and then we can worry about the woodcutting later. There's level 30 firemaking. You can now burn willow logs, so 5 more levels for the oak logs with the bow, and then we are done. And there we go, 35 firemaking. Members can now burn teak logs and willow pyre logs. It's weird that they don't even show you that you can now use barbarian training to light oak logs like you can see here. But anyways, that is now done. The tinderbox is now basically completely useless, but it's still a part of our inventory forever. So I was looking so hard for ways to get either oak logs without actually using woodcutting, maybe like swamp crabs or something, but obviously for that you need Priest Imperial and everything, so it's basically not an option. You just need to chop the logs by yourself. But then something caught my eye on the woodcutting XP page. The fishing trawler enormous tentacle can be chopped at level 1 and it gives you 5 woodcutting XP. Weirdly enough, you can play fishing trawler at any level. You just need level 15 fishing if you want any rewards or fishing XP at the end of the game, but you can play it at level 1 as well. And you can chop the tentacle for 5 XP at a time at level 1 woodcutting. Now I assume that this is going to be absolutely horrific. I don't know how many tentacles there's gonna be per game. Maybe we can get 1 or 2 tentacles per game or something like that. So that would be maybe 5 or 10 XP per fishing trawler game, which will be absolutely horrific. But I did GNOMEBALL from 1 to 5 range. It took a lot of hours, so I can do this from 1 to 15 woodcutting as well, I think. So let's just head on in and see how many tentacles we can chop. There it is, enormous tentacle. Chop it, chop it, chop it. Let's see if we can actually get any XP for this. Come on, please work. Please. No, oh no. Oh no, is it actually impossible? Do we not get any XP for this? It might be because we are too low of woodcutting level. Maybe somebody can actually you know, chop it before we get a chance to do anything. So this might actually be a little bit harder than I thought. There it is again. Chop the enormous tentacle. What are you doing? This is so buggy. Oh my god. Here we go. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop. Give me some XP. No, yet again. Oh no. Oh my, this might be actually impossible. Tentacle number 3. Yet again, no XP at all. Shit. Alright, that did not really work, so let's try a solo version of the fishing trawler. Maybe we can get 1 or 2 tentacles before the boat actually sinks. I'm not going to be able to repair the boat or, you know, do anything with the bailing buckets or anything, so I'm just going to hope that we can get some XP before the boat actually sinks, and we're just gonna go and get some woodcutting XP if that's possible. Here we go, enormous tentacle, please give me some woodcutting XP. I really don't want to use another inventory slot for normal logs. If I can just avoid it with this, I really want to save these inventory slots. Please give me some woodcutting XP. Yes, yes, it worked. 5 woodcutting XP, let's go. We can actually do this. It's gonna be so slow, my man. Oh my god, look at this. Do we get another XP drop here maybe? Yes! Ooh, look at that, 35 XP already. So yeah, we can get 10 XP per tentacle. I can work with that. I can definitely work with that, but my baby seems to be awake, so I need to sink right now. Alright, so this is the method of getting woodcutting XP without ever touching logs. The only thing we need is the axe that we already have, so it might take me like 8 or 10 hours to get to level 15 woodcutting at this pace, but if it's going to save me an inventory slot, I'm definitely going to do this. And to save me some time before we sink right here, I think I can just hop worlds and I should not sink. I should just end up back at the, I think the place where you normally end up when you sink, like behind the Tower of Life. Let's see. Yeah, right around here. So, okay, that's maybe saves a little bit of time. It's kind of annoying that I have to run all the way from here back to the port hazard right here, but anyways, it's going to work. So I brought my main Ironman here as well, and he's going to be doing all the repairing of the boat with the swamp paste and the bailing buckets and everything, and that just might give us enough time to get a 3rd or maybe even a 4th Kraken tentacle here as well. Which would speed this up massively, because I think the longest part of this whole process is just waiting that 1-minute timer for the boat to actually leave from the port, and obviously running back to the port and everything after sinking. So if we could get like 15 or 20 XP per game instead of 10 XP per game, that would massively improve this. Alrighty, there's the first tentacle. Let's chop it down, get that first 10 XP here. There we go, there's the 10 XP, and then my Iron Man can go ahead and repair this railing and go back down and repair the boat. And now let's see if we can get another tentacle to appear. Yay, look at that, we actually did it. I don't have that much time left, and it's total chaos downstairs in there. You can't see it at the moment, but it's leaking everywhere, and I only had that one account, so I really need to chop this really fast, please. There we go, 15 XP, maybe even 20. Yes, 20 XP per game. I'm just trying to hold on to dear life with my other account down there with my bailing buckets and swamp paste and everything, but no, there's the other Kraken. No, we can't get it. Oh man, almost we got 3 Krakens almost, so even 30 XP per game doesn't seem impossible. So this might not be that bad after all, maybe only like a couple of hours and we should be done with 15 woodcutting. Are you ready, boys? The first woodcutting level, there we go, level 2 woodcutting, beautiful. Only 13 more to go and we are done here. And we've got the fabled double Kraken per game, beautiful. 20 XP from this game, not too bad at all. So at the moment it seems like we're getting about 250 XP per hour, which would be about 10 hours of this for 15 woodcutting, but I think we can cut that down to maybe even a couple of hours. Just, you know, have to get those triple Krakens all the time and we should be good. I swear, by the way, this account has the weirdest training methods. First the GNOMEBALL, now the fishing trawler, Kraken woodcutting. Where are we going with this? Level 5 woodcutting, beautiful. And wood cutting. Oh, just look at that. Remaining XP 1. And there's the Kraken, right on time. Let's get it. The final enormous tentacle we are chopping for 15 wood cutting so that we can get our oak logs for the barbarian training. Come on. There we go. Finally, 15 wood cutting. It is done. We can now chop down oak trees. And we only need 1 oak log for the barbarian training. So all of this was about 3 hours, I think, or 4 hours, something like that. And now we can get our 1 singular oak log for the barbarian training. Let's go and get it. Just cut the first oak tree that we see. This should do just fine. Just 1 oak log and not more than that. Beautiful. Slot number 9 goes to oak logs. And now we are ready for the barbarian fire making. Let's go. We do need one more thing for the barbarian fire making, and that is a normal short bow to light the oak logs with. Before we get the U short bow, we need to get a normal short bow, and the easiest way to get one is right here at the Varrock archery shop. So Loeb, sell me 1 normal short bow. There we go. That is slot number 10 already filled up, and we are running low on slots already. I don't know how we are gonna get through the fight case with 18 slots remaining, and we don't even have a single piece of our final gear yet, I think. So it's gonna be interesting to say the least, but now we can go ahead and get our first piece of the puzzle done. So I went and talked to Otto, God blessed, and asked him for wisdom in barbarian fire making. I then tried to light his house on fire, but the game wouldn't let me for some reason. And then I finally completed the training, lighting oak logs with a normal short bow. After this, I asked Otto for some more knowledge on fire making, and he told me to head down into the caverns beneath this lake, which is where we will find our barbarian spirits that give us the U short bow. You're about to attempt entry an unknown and potentially hideously dangerous place. Are you sure? Yes, I wish to enter the unknown. And now we have to be extremely careful. Obviously, I am an Xtreme UIM, which means that I'm also a normal UIM, meaning that if I die here, I drop all of my items onto the floor. I cannot get them back from a gravestone, so if I die, say, in the middle of these mithril dragons, I'm gonna be absolutely fucked. So, as you see, we cannot really afford to take all that much damage or anything here. We just need to kind of bolt through these green dragons and hope that we don't die here. Protect from magic helps a little bit, but this is kind of sketchy. I'm already kind of regretting going here. Where are we even going? Maybe up the stairs down here. Oh god, I think I have been chanced so many times already, but oh my lord, we actually made it. We actually made it. Okay. Here we are. There's nothing too bad in here. Now we can go down the stairs and just safe spot these warriors, or maybe even flick some prayers and kill them. So this should actually work pretty finely. But I think I'm gonna wait the aggro out, the 10-minute aggro timer, so that they are not aggressive to me anymore, and then I can flick them easily. Alrighty, 10 minutes have passed. They should be unaggressive to me, but I'm just gonna put on protect from melee just in case. But I think they should not be attacking me anymore. Yes, beautiful. So we do want to kill the skeletons. I think they are the least combat level and they have the least HP. So they should be the easiest ones to kill. I'm just gonna flick protect from melee and eagle eye. And this should be quite doable. They are gonna be quite durable as well, so it's gonna take a while, but we'll see how long it takes for a kill here. There we go. 2.5 minutes about, and Steel Hasta is our first drop. I actually kind of, weirdly enough, want to pick it up. I don't really have any melee weapons, and that would be all 3 in 1. That would be a nice stab, slash, and crush weapon, but I don't think it's really worth it. I really want to get something like Runite or something. I could wield a Rune Scimitar right now, so if I want a melee weapon, I probably should get a Rune Scimitar, not a Steel Hasta. But yeah, 2.5 minutes per kill. It's 1 in 42 for the U short bow, so it should take me maybe a couple of hours to get that drop, so let's get after it. Oh shit, even more temptations. A dance random? I don't even know where I would use this. If I had this earlier, I might have taken this just, you know, for the range XP and the woodcutting XP and everything. Would have been very useful, but right now I don't think I really need you anymore, so see ya, dance. Kill number 2. Can we see a short bow? Coins, I guess that's better than nothing. Oh, shit. You didn't have to do that. Yeah, that's annoying. Now I have to run back there with no gear at all, and I cannot get it back anywhere else. So... Oh, and I didn't go through the minigame tutorial for Barbarian Assault, so I have to run from Castle Wars. I am so fucking bad at this game. Oh my god. Alrighty, we are back. Let's try this again. Maybe this time we take a little bit less damage, hopefully, running through the green dragons. If we run through this little corridor, I think we should take a little bit less damage like this. Yep, it seems good so far. Yep, all good. Death runes? I'm gonna need some runes in the future, but I think I'm going to get chaos runes instead of death runes, so... Yeah, maybe skip these for now, I think. Iron kite shield, no thank you. A mithril grapple, wow. That is actually an item that ironmen usually come here for, to get that before you can actually fletch and smith those, so that's cool. Not at all useful for me, but a pretty cool thing to see. Steel longsword, not good enough. Range level 54, not too bad. Oh, I was so baited. I thought that was a rune med helm. I don't even know. They probably can't even drop rune med helms, but a mithril med helm is not what I want. If it was a rune med helm, I might have even taken it. I'm kind of planning on getting one of those maybe, so... Blood runes, again, the wrong kind of runes, my man. Silver bolts, and there was a strength mix too. These guys have the weirdest drop table. There is! Let's go! U-shot bow acquired. Slot number 11. Get in there. U-shot bow, that is going to be our weapon of choice for the fight caves, I think. That is probably the best short bow or any ranging weapon that we can get our hands on with this restriction that we have. So yeah, that's good. And I did absolutely spoon that. 17 kills for the U-short bow. Absolutely amazing. Flicking these is not the best activity out there, so I'm definitely very happy that we spooned this one. And this is, by the way, my method of healing up if I need some healing. The monks in Edgeville can heal you for, I think, 11 HP or 10 HP or something like that. Every time you talk to them and ask them to heal you if you are injured, they will just do it for free, and it doesn't cost anything, it doesn't cost any inventory slots or anything, so this is my method of getting my health back, and obviously prayer is just praying at an altar, so Edgeville Monastery for the win. Now, obviously we are going to need some ammunition for the U-short bow, and we are going to go straight into the deep end with rune arrows, the best arrows that we can get and shoot from the U-short bow. They are going to be extremely expensive, 400 coins a piece here from Ranging Guild, but we can make some money, it's not a problem. It just takes a little bit of time, but they are infinitely better than adamant arrows, so they are definitely going to be my next priority. And it seems like they go up in price 4 coins at a time each time you buy one, so I think I'm gonna stick in buying 5 per world, but that is our slot number 12 already used for rune arrows and the U-short bow. And the cash stack is gone, and we have exactly 39 rune arrows. That's not going to last me all that long, so yeah, we do need to go and get some more steel plate putties from the wilderness, sell them to the bandit camp, and make some more money. I think at least about 100k should be what I'm aiming for, maybe about 400 rune arrows. That should be enough for at least one scurry skill, I hope. So let's go get some more steel plate bodies. Now, Ultimate Ironman don't keep any items on death, and I definitely don't want to lose this U-short bow that I just spent so much time getting. So I'm going to be death piling here on the Edgeville Nettles. Kind of ironically using the method that I just bashed in episode 1, but anyways, there goes the U-short bow. It's gonna stay there for 1 hour, so we have 1 hour to make money in the wilderness. Looting bag acquired, escort service acquired, 29 steel plate bodies acquired, And now we destroy the looting bag and start selling these one by one to the bandit store. And this should get us about 15 or 16k. So we do need to do this a couple more times. This takes about 20 minutes or 30 minutes a trip, so we can do, I think, 2 trips per death pile, so we do need to go and reset that at some point, but we only should need to do that maybe a couple of times, and then we should have enough rune arrows for the first scurrious attempt. Alright, couple of hours later, we have 231k cash. That is pretty good. We still have our U-short, but we have all our stuff. We didn't get PK'd once, we didn't die once, everything is perfectly fine and good, so now let's go and splurge all of this beautiful cash on rune arrows. Last 5 and that should do it. 600 rune arrows should be pretty good for a while, and we have exactly 2.6k left. So yeah, every time we have to do this, it's gonna be at least a couple of hours of steel blade body picking, but it's okay. We have basically the best ranging setup that we can have. U-short bow, rune arrow should be completely fine for Scurrius and the fight caves, so let's go ahead and give the Rat King another try. Oh yes, the shortbow is hitting so well and the rune arrows are doing so much damage. We definitely have the power to kill him. It's just that if we can survive it this whole time is the question. The rats are still the biggest problem here. There we go, we have entered the final phase of the fight. Now he's just gonna be sitting there in the middle, shooting some projectiles at us and summoning rats every now and then. It kinda depends on how many rats he spawns, if we can get the kill or not, because yeah, the projectiles are not a problem, but the rats are definitely. Oh, here we go. This is gonna be absolutely horrible. Oh my god. Because you have to kind of flick prayers between melee and whatever Scurry is attacking you with. Oh, this is not good, dude. Okay, we made it through that wave. Now, if you don't spawn any more waves, we might be okay. Please don't spawn any more rats. Can I eat? No, please. No, I couldn't eat. Okay. Well, it was close. 82 HP left on Scurrius, so we can get that. We can do it. We can do this, absolutely. We just need to be a little bit more careful with the damage we take. Oh, there we go. I had 3 prayer points left, so I really had to be careful with the flicks, and I guess I missed one, or maybe I got hit by the rocks or something. It's a little bit difficult. Okay, this is looking extremely promising. I'm full health. I used the food piles, so I am very good on health. I still have a lot of prayer points, and he should be entering the last phase anytime, I think right now, so we should maybe get the kill here, I hope. Oh, fucking rats. Oh no. Oh my dear lord. No, no more rats, please. 17 HP on Scurrius and I'm summoning rats. And I missed a flick. No, this is so bad. This is so bad. I have two prayer points, 9 HP. Please. No, I'm out of prayer. Saved. Please. Yes, look at that. No prayer, 4 HP. You need to go, rat. And you need to go as well. Oh my god, we actually did it. What do we get? A lobster? Oh my, oh my. Well, we got Scurrius down. We actually did it. Just the U-short bow and the rune arrows and green d'hide chaps, and that's everything. No supplies at all. Even though it wasn't easy, and I think I used 120 of my 600 rune arrows. I can do it. I have proved that I can kill Scurrius, I can get that spine and unlock magic for the next step of the plan. What is the next step of the plan? Will Perry ever win the GNOMEBALL Championships? Subscribe to find out in the next episode.